Lightroom is a program that acts like a professional library for your photos. It allows you to edit them in the best possible output. It's pretty much a professional version of iPhoto. So why exactly are we using Lightroom? Well, it's to allow us to make general and very detailed edits on one platform. The first thing you need to do is to create a catalog. This will allow you to store all your photo information in one area. It's pretty much like creating a folder or a document. Before you import your photos, it's important for you to have a general understanding of the interface. There are two main tabs you'll be learning from and focusing on: Library and Develop. These tabs are located on the top bar. The bottom bar will showcase all your photos, and the left and right bar are options that will allow you to make adjustments for your image. It's important for you to know this so that you can keep them open for the time being and you can become more familiar with the interface. When you import your photos, make sure you are using the library module, and you can click on the import button on the bottom left corner, or you can click File, Import Photos and Videos, Command Shift I. A window will then pop up which will show 3 different columns that work like a system. Your ultimate goal is for you to transfer your files from the original source, which is probably a memory card, into your new home, which is your desktop. The best way for you to understand your columns is source, what, where. So the source, which is the left panel, is the first column that shows the source of your photos. Where exactly are you extracting the images from? You're most likely extracting the images from a memory card. The next panel is the what, which is a central panel. This second column will show your files when you are importing. You can filter out certain images that you would like to import into Lightroom. And last is the right panel, which is where. This third column is the place you will be importing all your new photos into. To simply put it, you will work from left to right and find a home for your new photos. Let's import some photos together. Step 1. Insert your memory card and find the source on the left panel. Once you have selected a folder, you will see pictures appear in the center panel, the What column. Step 2. Filter and select your photos to make sure you are viewing them in the order of newest to oldest. You must select the Sort button on the bottom right and select Capture Time. To be more specific with your selection, you can deselect the images by clicking on the Uncheck All button. Then select using one of the 2 methods. To select multiple photos within the same area, click a starting point while holding the Shift key and then find the end point. This will highlight everything within the starting point to the end point. Second is to select multiple photos from different parts by holding the Command key. This will allow you to select different photos that aren't clustered together. Once you have selected images, decide on how you want to import your photos. There are 4 different options that you can choose from. Copy as DNG, Copy, Move, and Add. Copy as DNG copies your files from the card and at the same time converts them into DNG file format. This option is the most versatile format and is better for achieving raw capture files. It takes a lot longer to import because it will be a bigger file size. So this is ideal if you would like the best quality output for long term. But since you are practicing, you can just skip this option. Copy. This will not remove the photos from the original source, which is your memory card, but just create a copy of the selected images that are from your card and store them into a new designated folder. If you already have photographs from pre-existing folders on your computer and want to add them to the Lightroom catalog, the 2 options you want to focus on are Move and Add. If you have any photos on your file and folder already in your desktop, select on Move. This will copy files from a selected source folder, copy them into a new destination, and then delete the folders and files from the original location. This will help avoid any duplication of photos. Add will tell Lightroom to reference the files where they are located on the computer. When you add files at the import stage, it takes minimal amount of time to complete the import process. Once you have uploaded your images on the library module, it's good to organize the images to help you edit your photos with ease. The left-hand panel shows various folders of your images. The middle section shows the thumbnails of the photos, which will allow you to view and to change the way you view your images. You can click on the icons below, which will allow you to adjust the thumbnail size using the slider to enlarge or decrease the size of the thumbnails depending on your preference. The loop view allows you to see the photo in its entirety, while the compare icon allows you to compare images. The ability to look at your photos in better detail allow you to judge which photos you would like to move forward and edit. On the right-hand panel, the key frames to focus on are histogram, quick develop, and metadata. This will help you go into more details about your photo. Let's dive into more detail about each function. Histogram can be seen in the library and the develop module, and this information lets you decide whether you need to adjust the exposure and the contrast. The histogram is just a graph of all the different tonal values located in your image. It also tells you whether the photo is over or underexposed. In the library module, you can check for clippings. There is no such thing as a perfect histogram. The dynamic range of tones in each individual photo will dictate what the histogram will look like. However, you will be able to tell if your photo is overexposed or underexposed if there is a gap on either of the right or left side of the graph. For example, if you take a photo in winter snow, you will have a lot of whites in your image, and the majority of the tones will be graphed towards the right side of the histogram. And if you take your photo at night, you will have a lot of blacks in your image, and the majority tones in this case will be graphed towards the left side of the histogram. Under the quick develop section, once you have established yourself as a photo editor, you can create presets. A Lightroom preset is a predetermined position for all or some of the sliders within Lightroom. In other words, you can edit a photo to achieve a certain style or look and then save the exact combination of slider positions for future use on another image. It's pretty much an advanced version of a filter to help you create a certain editing style. Under the quick develop section, you can apply presets. Presets allow you to edit in bulk. The preset should be used at the end or beginning of your edit, as it may not apply perfectly for all the photos you take. You will still need to make adjustments accordingly, but it saves you a lot of time and dimensions. Metadata. The metadata section will show all the information about the image, such as the dimensions, what type of camera it was shot on. Before you get started, you want to be able to choose certain photos that you would like to develop. Choosing your images. You can either flag, tag, rate, and even color label each photo. However, in this tutorial, we will be focusing on flagging images. Select one photo in the grid view or the film strip and press the letter P. This will flag the image, or pick the letter X to mark it as rejected. If you decide you don't like it, you can unflag it by pressing the letter U. Once you have completed the process of flagging out your photos you like, on the film strip left-hand side, you can filter out only your flagged photos and view those when you move on to developing your photos. Now, based from all that learning, let's test your understanding. So let's test your understanding by doing the following. Number 1, create a catalog. Import your photos from an SD card. Select your images to upload and pick a folder to place it in, and then upload your images on Lightroom. Try it out yourself, and if you feel like you are unable to do so, it's best that you repeat this tutorial so that you become more familiar and have a better understanding of the different functions. think you are ready, let's get ready for a quiz. So the first question is, what is the first thing you need to do when using a Lightroom? A, create a catalog, B, import your photos, or C, flag your photos. Which option will move your photos into a new folder without leaving the photos in the original folder? A, copy as DNG, B, add, C, move. 3. Which option will create a copy of your photos from the source folder and move it to a new file, leaving you with 2 copies? A, copy, B, copy as DNG, C, add. Number 4. Which tab do you select in order to import photos? A, library, or B, develop? 5. What is the point of a histogram? A, to check if your photo is overexposed, B, to check if your photo is underexposed, C, to check the tonal value of each image, D, A and B, E, all of the above. 6. Why would you add a preset to your photo? A, to make sure you maintain the editing style for your photo, or B, to flag your photo and select your best images. What do clippings in the photo show you? A, the over and underexposed areas of your photos, B, the information of your photo. If you were able to answer these questions correctly, you may move on to the next video. Congratulations!